Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm welcoming you from the Pacific Ocean again. We are currently on a 10-night Mexican Riviera cruise to and from San Francisco. Sorry, there's a hair. And this is the ninth night on our 10-night cruise to Mexico. We are heading back to San Francisco. I shot another video where we were going to Mexico for our first formal night, and tonight is our second formal night. So if you haven't watched that video, I'll link it up on the screen and you can check it out. Yeah, let's talk about how the trip has been so far. And there's no more ports. There were 4 Mexican ports, and I'll do my makeup while I'm talking to you about my trip. So yeah, this trip has been amazing. By the way, I have some moisturizer on my face. I'm going to be using the same e.l.f. Hydrating Primer or Power Grip Primer like I did in the previous video. It's been an amazing trip. So we are currently on the Princess Cruises, Ruby Princess Cruise. And by the way, I'm taking a little bit more just to put on my forehead and T-zone a little bit. Well, I'm going to be indoors in the air conditioning, in the AC, and it's even if I'm out, the weather's pretty cool, so I don't need to worry about my makeup running off my face. But anyway, I have the primer, so I'm going to use it. Oh, the sun is, by the way, coming in and out, so it's gotten really sunny, but it's going to go away in a minute. We're currently on the Ruby Princess Cruise by Princess Cruises. I'm going to be using my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. You guys know I love this. It's a tried and tested product, and I really, really love it. So I'm going to shake it up a little bit, and then I'm just going to take like maybe 1 pump. This pump is basically life-changing. I love it. So yeah, 10-night cruise from San Francisco, going back to San Francisco. We stopped at 4 ports. The first one was Puerto Vallarta, then Manzanillo, Mazatlan, and then yesterday was Cabo. And all the ports were amazing. It was super hot and humid. On the other ports, the first 3 ports, Puerto Vallarta, Manzanillo, and Mazatlan. Mazatlan was still pretty pleasant because it's like on the northern side of Mexico, and so was Cabo. It was like 75 degrees Fahrenheit, about 22 degrees Celsius. Really nice and pleasant. It wasn't super humid. So yeah, we had an amazing time at all of these ports. This trip wasn't something that I planned rigorously. It was just like got a good deal, booked a nice balcony, stayed from cabin. Basically this trip was just to relax. Usually whenever we go on vacations, it is always like go. Like when we went to Hawaii, there was not a single day where we just sat on the beach or lounged on the beach and relaxed. Usually we both, me and Kumar, my husband, we're like, let's get things done. Let's look at what this place has to offer. And so we're always like busy. And I apologize for the sun being in and out, but I mean, I can't really do anything about it. I just wanted to film a video because it's our second last day on the ship, and I'm getting ready and decked up. I don't really do that every single day, obviously. So yeah, I just wanted to film it. And whenever I feel nostalgic and I think about our past trips, I like to use these videos as a means to look back and think about and like transport me to how I was feeling during that trip. So that's my personal reason for filming these videos. The weather's been amazing. Initially it was super hot, but I welcome the hot because once we go back to San Francisco now, it's going to be so cold. I think I'm super energized and rejuvenated to go back, not really, to my old life or life. I think my favorite port out of all of those would be Mazatlan. I feel like in Mazatlan the weather was perfect, so that was another reason. And Mazatlan was one of the ports where I kind of had a couple things in mind that I wanted to do. So that's why we did those, and we could. It's a very safe city. I mean, you think about Mexico and the cartels and whatever, but it's a very safe city. We were walking around small streets of Mazatlan, and for a moment we were like, oh my God, we're the only tourists here, and what are we doing? Are we safe? Like you listen to all these like horror stories, and then we thought, oh my God, are we the stupid tourists here who are just like roaming around in these like streets where there's absolutely no one? But fortunately the streets of Mazatlan are like super safe. I'm going to use the Laura Mercier loose setting powder. It's a little bit windy out here, so I'm going to try and just strategically use the powder. I think I got a lot. Tapping off the excess and then just setting my under eye. So I am getting ready than usual so that I can make use of this beautiful light. It's a nice gloomy day, so it gives a nice filter, and the sun is hiding behind the clouds, so it isn't as harsh. So it's a nice day. It's windy but not cold, so I like that. Yeah, Mazatlan has to be my favorite port. There we did a couple of things. There was one hike that I really wanted to do. It's basically a very easy 1 kilometer hike, less than a mile, right? Yeah, 0.68 miles I think it was on my watch. And then there's this bridge, glass bridge that they've built. It really, and yeah, the other thing about Mazatlan was it was really clean and well maintained. So like they know, you know, like cruise ships are going to come and tourists are going to come, so they've like really nicely maintained, which I really like. I mean, I'm not complaining. Like I don't want like places to lose their charm and culture just because it's a tourist place now. And after that, we went to the town of Mazatlan, and then there was this church that we saw. After that, we had a bit of ice cream and like frozen mango with some tahini, which is like a chili powder, Mexican chili powder. Really tasty, really delicious on a hot day. Let's move on to the face now. I have my trusted old ambient, yeah, it's Ghost palette. It's 3 years old. I'm gonna do some contouring. I'm gonna go in the bronzer shade. I did get decently tanned on this trip, which I was expecting, but that's okay. That's gonna go away once I go back to San Francisco and I'm at home all day because it's gonna be so cold. Oh, I am also super excited because finally, after 3 years, I'm gonna see my parents. They're visiting us for 2 months. They're gonna live with me. I am so excited. So once we go back, we reach on the 2nd of December, which also happens to be our anniversary. Yay, 3 years already gone by. Wow, time has definitely flown. My parents are coming on the 15th, so I have some time to tidy up my house. You know how it is when your parents are coming or anyone is visiting. Ooh, I love the light now. The sun is behind dark clouds. Super happy that they're coming and visiting us. I haven't seen them in so long, and you know, you miss family, you miss them during important events, during important days, functions, holidays, everything. I'm really excited that they're going to be around for Christmas and things like that. Not that we actually celebrate Christmas, but it'll be nice to have them around the holidays. Okay, next I'm going to use the same palette and the blush. I'm going a little high. And by the way, when I do my blush, I'm using a really light hand because sometimes it can look clownish. I mean, if you like a heavy hand with your blush, you do you. But I don't really like that. I like a nice diffused look, so I just like barely dab into the palette. I think I'm going to go with like a bare brush and this Chloe highlight powder. Tap it and just give me a little bit of highlight on the tops of my cheek. And by the way, if you're wondering why I have my hair up in this turby thing, is because we were at the hot tub and it's nice and cool. Like the sun is coming in and going out, and it's super cloudy, not that cold, which I really like. Oh, sorry, someone texted me. We went to the gym, we had lunch, and then we went and sat in the hot tub. So there's a big screen up top. And by the way, for my eyes today, I'm going to be using this Anastasia Beverly Hills, is it the Prism? Yeah, Prism palette. I used this for my engagement, and I thought of filming a video about my engagement look, but I never got around to it. I think it has really nice and pretty colors. So today I'm wearing like a high-waisted pant with like bows and stuff, and on top I'm just going simple with a what is it called, like a black bodysuit. So and the pants are green, and the bodysuit is black. So I think I'm going to go in with some like green touch to it. I'm going to go in this shade called Saturn. It's a nice like coppery shade. So I'm going to go in my crease as per usual. So I'm taking it a little above my crease. Ooh, the sun is really out now. Let me talk about all the ports that we visited. By the way, I'm filming our trip and our experience because, you know, I just felt like it's important to remember in video form, and I like to go back and watch videos. You know, I have my Hawaii vlogs up, and I guess 100 of those views are mine because I love going back and reliving those memories and those moments. So I am filming this trip as well, and I'm planning to put up vlogs for this trip. And I'll put up the link to our other channel, which is Kumar and Shreddy, up on the screen as well, or in the description, so that if you want and if you're interested, you can check those out. The first port was Puerto Vallarta, which is like a party town, I guess. Really nice. I wasn't expecting it to be so hot and humid, and I did have some makeup on. I had my e.l.f. Camo foundation, something that's which has SPF 50. But I wasn't expecting it to be super hot. It reminded me of Mumbai, where I'm from, and how hot and humid it is there. And definitely my makeup was like, melting, but for whatever reason it didn't like super melt away. I still had a lot of makeup left by the end of it. So we were out there. There's like this boardwalk, you can just walk, and there's like bars and restaurants and shopping and pubs, and there, and when we travel, it's FIFA times, and that day Mexico was playing some other country. So all the bars were full of cheering fans. So that was a really nice atmosphere, I feel like. Because I wasn't expecting that it's going to be super hot and humid, I didn't drink enough water, which was bad on me, and then the heat really got me and I had such a bad headache. Next, I'm going to take this green shade called Throne, and I think I'm thinking if I'm going to put it all over my eyelids and then like really have a dark look. Let's go for it. Let's go out of our comfort zone. Why not? So I'm going to take this on a flat brush and then just take it all over my eyelids. So yeah, the next port was Manzanillo. Now there wasn't a lot to do in Manzanillo. I also looked at excursions and things you can do through the cruise and on your own. But it was like a really small town with some shopping and restaurants and the same things. So, and again, because it was hot, again, I was nervous of getting off the ship. I was like, second questioning myself if I really want to get off the ship even. But then I was like, okay, well, I'm already here. So let's just get down, and if I don't feel like doing a lot, we can always like just come back. But we got off, there was some shops, we bought some souvenirs for our house. It was really nice. I'm just gonna take this fluffy brush again and just like rub it off any shadow that might be there. I'm gonna lightly blend the edges of this green shadow so it doesn't look harsh. I'm gonna take this shade called Unity, a little like mustardy color, and then I'm gonna put this in my brow bone just to like highlight it a little bit. Then we went to Mazatlan, which I said was my favorite. Already talked about it, so I'll skip to Cabo. Well, Cabo is a party town, but we got there at 7 a.m. and I was super excited. So Cabo is famous for like one of its stone arches, which is a structure that they just take a boat out and show you, and there's a hole in the stone arch, and that's the attraction. So I was anything you see like things to do in Cabo, they're like, oh, if you're new and you're coming by cruise, you should definitely do the stone arch tour. I was like, And then a couple of people we met on the ship were like, it's just a hole in a stone arch. You don't need to like go out and see. You can see it from your cruise ship. So I was really excited that I really wanted to see the arch in the morning. And whoa, when I got up, we were just approaching the arch, and I was like, what? Timing, right? So yeah, we were able to see the arch from our ship, from our balcony. There's a couple boats around. It was super empty, and as the day goes, like more and more tour boats are coming in to see the arch. But when we got in, it was like the sun was just coming out. The sunrise hadn't even happened, and we were able to see the stone arch from our cruise ship, which was so cool. And then our plan was to just walk around the marina because we didn't have a lot of time in Cabo. And usually when it's the last port on your itinerary, they want to leave early from Cabo because it's a long way back. And Cabo is a tender port, so you have to take like one of the lifeboats from your boat to the marina to land. So that takes a while. You just kind of walk off the ship. So yeah, we had good amount of time. We met a couple people who were so generous to take us to their timeshare, which was like half an hour away from the port. So we got an Uber. Uber is super cheap here, even in Mazatlan. I think in total we spent like $4 on Uber, and we went to 2-3 places. So that was nice. So yeah, we went with them to this timeshare place that they have. Really nice beach, quiet beach, nice restaurant, had a few drinks there. And then we got back to the ship. So in all, my plan was to do nothing much, but then it turned out to be like, a pretty chilled out trip. And then our departure from Cabo was also pretty cool because there were more ships on the what's it called, the port. There was Disney Cruise Lines, Disney Wonder, and then there was Norwegian Bliss by Norwegian Cruise Line. So that was pretty cool. Okay, I'm done with my brows. So next thing is eyeliner. Today in the morning, we also went to this nice navigation lecture by the captain of our cruise ship. He talked about all the ranks, that you have in the cruising industry, like down from deck cadet, I think is what he said, up to captain. And he said it took him about 30 years to make that journey from cadet to captain, and there's like so much education and studying and exams that they have to go through. It was pretty cool. And then he explained how ships work, how they navigate, in water and in like tough ports. When we went to Mazatlan, that was a tough port, man. Like it was really narrow, and he did a good job. Like he basically did 360 in the port because that's how he had to be. I'm just gonna like set my face with some Scandinavia makeup finishing spray. I really like this. So it's windy, so I have to go a little bit away from the window, otherwise my finishing spray is just gonna fly off. And then I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and then push my makeup in so that it's set and does not move anywhere. So mascara is next. I'm going to use my Maybelline Lash Sensational, and I think I'm just going to do my upper lashes. Let me use my mirror again. Someone next to me is drying their hair, and the hairdryer is super old, like vintage. Whoa, so windy. My tripod's moving. It's vintage and it makes such a loud noise. Thank God I got my own like blow dryer, brush thing by Revlon. Super nice, dries my hair super fast. I don't know why, but I think the foundation on my nose didn't set well or blend well. Okay, I think it's good now. Okay, now I'm seeing the sun. And let me actually show you how it looks. So you see the sun rays coming out of the clouds right now? That is so pretty. You can see the sun is high up right now, so we still have some time for sunset. But it's such a cloudy and gloomy day, and windy too. Tells you we're going to Bay Area. I think one more thing I'm going to do is, I keep saying that I'm done, and then I find another thing. I'm going to take my green shadow and then just go on my outer lash line to like darken it up a little bit, because I think it gives a little bit of definition. I'm just doing it a little bit and not like going all over my lower lash line, because I don't want it to end up looking muddy, which sometimes green shades can do. So I'm just going to go just under my wing here, and then just on the outer lower lash line. Last. I'm going to go in the shade called Lucid, which is a shimmery pearly shade, and I'm going to go in my inner corner to just brighten it up a little bit. Oh, this shade is flaky, huh? So it has some glitter, which is giving me some fallout. There's how my eyes look. And lastly, I'm gonna use my Clinique lipstick. It's like a nice, like nudie kind of lipstick, nudie brown in the shade Tickled. It's such a nice, like moisturizing lipstick. I really like it. This is one of my newest purchases for the holiday. So I'm just gonna apply this, and I think we're done. Let me move you around a little bit, and that's what my makeup looks like. What do you think about it? Eyeshadow look was super easy, like you saw. Do you think I need a little more blush? I think I'll do a little blush from my e.l.f. palette actually, and I'm going to use this shade right here. The final thing for me to do is just go in and get my hair done, and then I'm going to take some pictures. We're also going to take some pictures for our formal night tonight. By the way, there are photographers on the ship, and you can take nice amazing pictures in front of like backdrops and things like that, but one picture costs like $26, so that's very expensive. I think I'm going to ask someone to take a picture of me and Kumar. I also don't get ready that often, so I like this. It's a semi-formal-ish look. There's a cruise ship, I think, in the distance, or a regular ship in the distance that I'm looking. I will be able to capture it on the phone. There was a whale that people saw yesterday, and I was so bummed. It was on the other side of the ship, and I was taking a nap after coming back from Cabo. Um, so yeah, I missed it. Oh, but anyways, I'm sure we'll go on many more cruises in the future. We were being followed by Disney for a while yesterday because they left at the same time, and they're going to San Diego, which is on the way for us. We're going to San Francisco up north. Just I was saying bye, my phone decided to die off on me. Rude. But anyway, this is my final look, guys. I think I'm gonna go in and then get ready, change my clothes, first do my hair. I think I'm just gonna keep it simple today, just blow dry it a little bit and then straighten it up. But I hope you guys are having an amazing time. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me get ready for our last and final formal night on this cruise ship. But I'm really excited to get home and then looking forward to see my parents as well. So I hope you have an amazing time, and I shall see you in my next one. Bye.